Exojack is a protein powder that you will find in your food bags. Everyone is a different flavor. And we want to thank them for sponsoring How to Stay Healthy. So on our panel today, I've got okay. Dr. Sonia Gervais is pinch hitting for us, which we appreciate because Dr. Larkin COVID, happens. So Dr. Gervais is board certified OBGYN and menopause expert, and she is the chief medical officer of her MD. And we're going to tell those stories that everybody loving her MD without realizing that they were coming today. So every conversation we come to an MD that is lost. All the time you know somebody who might know somebody who gets you. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And Danny Williamson is an integrative health nurse practitioner, and she is the founder of Integrative Family Medicine in Franklin. And so Danny takes more of a functional approach to health, and if I'm not mistaken, you wouldn't list an mile and a half long for you. So you are very lucky to be here today. So if you're on the wait list, ask the questions now.
Or read the book.
Or read the book.
You don't even need me to read the book.
I still need you. Is that on?
Yes. Anyway, it's great.
And that's why she's coming. And then Val Schoenberg, who was our guest on our podcast for the first season. She's a registered dietitian and nutritionist. She's also NAM certified, North American Menopause certified nutritionist. And she's going to talk to us today about healthy eating and perhaps picking the time when you're all eating, not happy with this time. We're going to work. So we want to start how to stay healthy with Dr. Gervais. So you have a very personal connection to heart disease and your mom. We asked you to tell that story, but most women, I don't know if you realize that heart disease is the #1 killer of women. And it is important for you to know what to ask your doctor. It's important to know that all symptoms are not the same as men. We're not going to clutch our chests and feel pain. But I thought we could start off with why it's a personal story for you and what women need to know about when it comes to cardiovascular health.
Hello, everyone. When my mother was only 45 years old, she nearly lost her life to cardiovascular disease. She presented with left arm pain, shortness of breath, and chest pain. Most of you in the room, if you're not a doctor, can Google the symptoms now and figure out it was her heart. But her doctors insisted it was stress, it was too much caffeine, it was her children, that maybe she needed to go away and take a little bit of a rest. I was pretty mad at Northwestern at the time with me, the CKG going, oh my God, it's abnormal. Fast forward, she actually emergently underwent quadruple bypass surgery and is alive and well to this day. But when the surgeon, yes, thank you. When the surgeon came out, he told her she had a 95% occlusion of her widowmaker inclusion. And if a heart attack would have come, she would not have survived. So this very broken healthcare system that makes women invisible doesn't have data or science to explain why a thin, non-smoking 45-year-old woman would present with poor vascular disease is the reason I went into healthcare. And I said, I'm going to change the world. Fast forward, got my first real job after medical school and residency. I was seeing 50 patients a day. I didn't have time to go to the bathroom or eat, let alone be an advocate or keep that promise that I made to my younger self. And so the timing was right. Decided to open my own center where women would be educated, advocated, and empowered for new partners in the healthcare.
Which is amazing. But just to follow up, with cardiovascular health, when a woman goes for a physical exam and gets the 0.3 seconds with the doctor, what quick questions should they be asking? Like, What should they be aware of that might be a concern for them for their heart health?
So you want data, right? Everyone's data, so you can make calculated decisions. It's not a one size fits all. We're really moving to precision medicine. And so everyone knows that smoking's not great for you, alcohol in moderation. Exercise, you can actually change your arteries and your vasculature by exercising. It's not just about being skinny, it's about heart health. Hormones can also help. That's why after menopause, we see a huge increase in cardiovascular disease in women. But there's a test that you can opt for that insurance doesn't cover. It's not crazy expensive. It's a coronary calcium score, and it gives you an idea of what your cardiovascular risk is for the next couple of years. My patients love it because it's a data point, but it also helps them decide, hey, I have a family history of cardiovascular disease, but my cholesterol's okay. I want to know this because that's going to make me have an informed decision about whether or not I am comfortable with hormone therapy, whether or not you are, Dr. Drake, right? Because that's the best thing. It doesn't matter if I think it's the best. The patient has to be comfortable with it. So cholesterol, know your numbers and know your data points, and knowing that there are other optionalities available for you so you can make informed decisions.
And can you please just end that with sharing that it is okay to not stay with your doctor? Because there are so many women, I've been in for 20 years after the first feelings behind that. Well, it could kill you, okay? So the reality is if you don't feel like you're getting the answers from your doctor, it's okay to break them. You know, we should talk about it.
Yeah, a lot of people do not want to break up with their doctors either because they live with other babies or they feel guilty. You're not cheating on us. You're cheating on yourself. That's what I want you to think about. If you don't advocate for your own health care, my mother almost died and she was in Cleveland, Ohio, the mecca of cardiovascular care. But her problem was she was a minority woman and she had a vagina. That's the truth of the matter. Women have not been included in clinical research trials. So do not feel guilty. Do not waste time and energy begging your doctor to listen to you. Instead, spend that energy and time finding someone who will listen to you.
Yourself, what's happening to your body, and can you share how you did that? You don't get the right answers, and you went back to school, so can you share a little bit about how you were yourself?
Oh, yeah, I went back to school at 40 to nurse practitioner school, and I was the oldest one in my class, but prior to that, I had spent 24 years seeing doctors, 10 doctors, 4 colonoscopies. I grew up with a tremendous amount of childhood trauma, molested by a stepfather, beat up by another one, lots of things, it's all in the book. But, chronic IBS, diagnosed with lupus, fibromyalgia, depression. I was 44 years old, just out of nurse practitioner school, before a doctor ever looked into me and said, Danny, what are you eating? Don't you know your diet controls your disease? It changed the entire trajectory of my life. I hope my children's lives, I know thousands of patients' lives have been changed by those questions that Dr. Cal asked me 13 years ago. There's not enough gluten in the world to make me go back to how I felt when I was 44 years old. I feel better at 57 than I ever did at 47. So what's at the end of your fork will heal you or kill you. It's as simple as that. Now, childhood trauma adds to that as well. So I changed everything. I changed my diet. I wrote a whole book on eat well, sleep well, move well, poop well, de-stress well, and community. That's it. Absolutely. Very few of us are born sick. Some people are, but the majority of us are not. We turn on chronic lifestyle diseases. Those are diseases that are turned on by your lifestyle and turned off by your lifestyle. And I am living proof that whatever it is you've been diagnosed with, you can reverse it or at least dial it back so far under the radar that you don't even know that. I was not born with lupus. My mother was not born with Alzheimer's. She just died last month of Alzheimer's. She turned those on. So always remember that. Wild and well, it's out there, the first move when you walk out the door. Wild and well, Danny, 6 steps to common sense, practicalness. Radical healing, common sense, that's radical healing. And it is common sense, people, it's not rocket science. Garbage in, garbage out, stress will kill you. If you're not sleeping, you're going to die, right? If you're not eating well, you're going to die. You have to move your body, you have to move, for God's sake. You have to poop, and if your doctor tells you that, oh, it's all right, some people just poop once a week, you need to new doctor.
Dana, we've talked about this.
Yes, we have talked about it.
Everyone who listens to the podcast knows I have a lot of food discussions. It's an issue, you can thank my mother, it's just, and you had said to me, try this, try that, for that. But again, it can be a genetic thing. Getting back to stress. Because every person in here has a cell phone. They are stressed. Who's texting me during this event? Check over and up to my son. You have a couple of suggestions on how to lower stress in very realistic ways. Can you talk about those?
Yeah, I talk about a lot about AED your life. My friend Michael Hyatt actually was talking this AED, automatic defibrillator. Bring it back to life and fall off the treadmill. AED. Automate, eliminate, and delegate. Everything you can in your life. Automate everything you can. Right? Pay your bills, whatever, it doesn't matter. Grocery. Going to the grocery is a business maneuver or business decision for me. I see all my patients there. So I love to go to the grocery, but if you don't like to go to the grocery, you can order it, whatever. I don't know how to do that. But that is, yes, that's it. So, but pay your bills, all that, automate everything you can, eliminate everything that's not serving you well. And that goes for the people in your life. Someone mentioned about you have the right to set your boundaries with people, right? Get the soul suckers out of your life. You have the right to set your boundaries, with patients or with people with patients. That was a slip. But you have the right to set your boundaries with patients as well. But, eliminate everything you can, right? And delegate. Delegate everything else. As women, we're not great delegators, but I'm telling you, it will change your life. Automate, eliminate, and delegate. We are a nation of empty vessels. We are pouring from empty vessels as women, specifically. And Eleanor Brown says, when you fill your vessel up, it's the overflow that everyone benefits from. You are worthy to have a vessel that is full, and you're worthy to have a vessel that is full. When you build your life so that your vessel is full and it's overflowing, everyone else benefits from it. So build your life, build your self-care into your life. I don't know what that looks like for you. I don't know, it's different for everyone in here. But I am telling you, Thanksgiving is next month. If it stresses you out to have Thanksgiving and Christmas at your house, then guess what? Today's the day after this event to text your family and say, you know what, I'm not having Thanksgiving this year. It stresses me out. Someone else is going to have it. But Dee, we've done it for 20 years in my house. Do you enjoy it? No. Well, then don't do it. You have the right to see no Cracker Barrel. They're not looking for the dairy, whatever. But you have the right to set your boundaries. And as women, you have to know that. You have to, because it is a huge piece of your feeling, stress of feeling. It will be.
And echoing that, we know inflammation
Inflammation is the devil. That's a whole chapter.
It causes cardiovascular disease and increases your risk of cancers. And we know that gender specifically, women are more susceptible to inflammatory markers than men. So it's even more important for us to say, well, if you love Thanksgiving, don't say no to Thanksgiving, but no to the things that don't fill your pocket. And then everything you're talking about, the blue zones, you guys know the blue zones, right? And they have very, very high percentage of the population that live to 100, and they're not going to Cracker Barrel, right? They're mitigating their stress, community, they're eating clean. So all the things that are being said on stage, we see there are 6 places in the world. But then, did anyone watch the special that's on Netflix? I thought it was really, really well done.
We did.
Yeah, so what I thought was really, really helpful that I love as a scientist is that because my husband's like, great, you have to move it here, yeah, I'm like, I'll go. But you can reproduce that.
speaking of that, I want to get Val into the conversation because you talk to a lot of women our age. And at this point, a lot of us have some junk in the trunk that we did not have before. We have some weight gain that maybe we don't know where it came from. But, well, we never. We'll say. And you talk not so much about dieting. Because we were raised in dieting and healthy eating, same thing. We're healthy eating, we're dieting. It's not the same thing. And as we get older, what should healthy eating for women of our demographic look like? What are the do's, what are the don'ts? Please be kind with it.
Well, and, after following what Danny just said, I guess we got some of that information, so it's hard to follow. I think the most important thing is to get away from generalizations and generic advice about food and eating and exercise, because it's really easy for us to try to hone in on what's that one thing that's going to fix this change that we're talking about. And so some of it is a medical mystery. But most women that come to me have already tried for the better 40 years, probably to change their body, control their body, eat healthy. Most people know eat fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and lean protein, fish, nuts, and seeds, and the mantra, right? And in the 80s, we were raised with end only fat, no fat, and now fat is a good thing. So I think there's a lot of confusing messages about food and eating and exercise, and then you find yourself completely lost. And so bringing it back to what you know about yourself, what are your goals, what do you need to do to optimize your nutrition for your own health, and even thinking about it, and Danny alluded to this wonderfully, but it's not just the biological component of our health. It's the psychological history and how that's affected your brain chemistry for that matter, and then even environment. Some women, from a cultural standpoint, have grown up with different understanding of menopause and aging than just a white Caucasian woman. So we have to get beyond this idea that it's a universal experience in menopause as well, and appreciate what matters for you. So in the work that I do with women, it really is going back to what do you need to do, what do you know about yourself, what can you control, and just kind of in full disclosure, my clinical history is in the treatment of eating disorders. So I'm very sensitive to a lot of mental health issues that come along with disordered eating and eating disorders, but we know that women are suffering in silence because of disordered eating. They are not telling their doctors about their binge eating or their purging, or potentially 4 years of losing and gaining, and then they show up in the doctor's office who says, you know, you really need to lose that 20 pounds. And instead of saying, are you concerned about your weight? What have you tried? What can we do to help you? How can we give you support versus just the directive that you need to fix this body weight issue that you've already
You know, you said that Val, and I know that you have, but there's a very big difference. If you are thin, it's not necessarily skinny. Does not mean that you're necessarily healthy. Can you share your life and everything?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. So, 2 women that I've worked with come around the same time. One has a significant trauma history and is in a larger body. Another is a woman who is in a smaller body and never had to quote unquote worry about her weight. Both of them I'm working with for different reasons. And they both come to me and their LDL cholesterol and total cholesterol instantly were about the same. They were at that borderline high, above where they're supposed to be. They also both started to experience abnormal uterine bleeding as a part of their perimenopausal experience. The woman in the smaller body went to her doctor, and the doctor said, you know, we should do an ultrasound, find out what's going on with the abnormal uterine bleeding. Turns out she has a fibroid, small fibroid, we're just going to monitor it for cholesterol, you know, just diet and exercise. The woman in the larger body Same thing, had an ultrasound, discovered it was a fibroid, but was told that her body weight was the reason for her elevated cholesterol and her bleeding. Because of her excess body weight, it was producing extra estrogen, which was then causing this problem, and she needed to fix it. So the messaging is that the woman in the larger body caused her disease, and they, in my opinion, got neither of that good care. Should the woman in the smaller body be losing weight? Does she need to be on statin? You know, what is really the intervention? If we look at it from those health markers, get the blood test, treat to the symptoms, treat to the blood test, versus trying to fix a body size that probably people are trying to fix. That becomes a problem. So what we refer to as weight inclusive care, which is we're really focused on, it doesn't matter, like, yes, we want to lose weight, we want to be a healthy weight, we avoid what we talk about every single day in important intervention, and certainly no one is saying that we shouldn't practice healthy eating, and that you need to move your body consistently in a lot of ways. But once you're doing all that, and you have those behaviors now, that you're speaking, you're managing stress, and you're managing relationships, and that social connection, then we have to move beyond just the focus on being on.
I really have to say, I love the terms that you use, I love the, so you use, you say, fibroid inclusiveness, is that what you said?
It's just weight inclusive
Weight inclusive.
versus weight normative, which is to say, because it's actually being promoted by the United States Protected Task Force. Now they have a statement that doctors are supposed to be telling women between being like 18.5 and 24, and you should prevent weight. So you need to do everything possible to prevent weight. Well, who doesn't want to prevent weight gain? I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't think anyone is just saying that right here. But so the message instead needs to be kind of what Danny's saying, which is, hey, let's focus on what's changed about our nutrition. Maybe now is the time we have more time because kids are gone or whatever. And there's always an opportunity to work on practicing even the 3 Ps, right? You have to plan, purchase, and prepare. You've got to get yourself moving, starting from a way that you can do consistently. If it's something you hate, you're not going to keep doing it. And connection. I mean, studies are going forward in terms of looking at the number one most significant predictor of longevity and happiness is social connection and relationships. So you can be the healthiest person on the planet, and if you're isolated, if you don't want to go to an event, if you're worried about the food, or you're worried about what you look like, that is actually more problematic than going and joining friendships. I'm going to be the one feature commission and having a friendships. So those are kind of some things that you
I'm gonna add something on top of it, because I'm a surgeon on the panel, and I'm all about respect. I was involved in reframing, renaming, revolution, and I agree with body shaming, particularly because as menopause changes where we deposit our adipocytes, our fat, our body starts to change when we start to blame themselves. But if I'm in a room with a woman and she's asking me why did I develop endometrial cancer, what are my modifiable risk factors, right? It's when you can't change your genes, you can change smoking, but we know that unopposed estrogen, we know that weight can be problematic. And so if they're asking me, I'm going to give them the data because they have an opportunity to change something in their life that they want. Same with high blood pressure. You know, we can say, okay, well, 10% will change in body weight can do this, or do you want to start medication? For me, I think everyone has that right. Some of you don't want that medication, you know, and that is the final impetus they need to really change things for themselves and almost give themselves permission to take care of themselves. And so I think it's the way it's so unkindly said, but I do believe in mutual decision making. My patients are smart, and they know, and they have the right to that information.
Yeah, so I think that's a good point. And then my question would be, well, first, if it's unsolicited, so for someone that can be traumatizing. But at the same time, for a woman who's like, you know, what do I need to do to fix this? And you know, weight loss would be a good idea. Then the next question needs to be,
And then that's what we talk about, with what's gonna work for them, because for every person it's different. Some people may want an app, some people may want to join a group, some people are like, I've never worked out in my life, but maybe I should start working out. Obviously, there's a lot of patients want medication. So that's what I'm talking about, mutual decision making, a curated plan, decision care. There's not a one size fits all. So I don't say, this is what you need to do to lose 20 pounds. But while you are losing weight, let's get the ultrasound, let's get the biopsy, let's get the surgery, let's take care of you. I'm not just gonna wait, for you to do this.
I think, and many of you might be able to speak to this, I think where women feel frustrated is, how do I lose the weight? I've tried and I've tried again. And so how can I lose the weight? And as a dietitian who has nearly 2 decades trying to help people gain or losing based on different things, our best weight loss interventions on average are 7 to 10% of body weight loss. And so that's great, right? And that can be really important. And how many people have already done that and gained back and done that and gained back? I don't think that means that we need to ditch the intervention. It's just validating that, okay, what have you tried in the past? What has been helpful? What hasn't been helpful? What can we do? So I just want to be clear that absolutely that's an important message and we need to deliver that. But it needs to come with, we need to help support you, because women often leave their doctor's office with just a, I need to lose weight, and I don't need to lose weight. And then they don't have access to care, they don't have access to a health intervention. One example of a study that did the relationship between weight loss and low blood pressure. When you look at the intervention for the group that lost weight, what they did is they had 26 weeks of weekly sessions in groups of 3 to 4 people with an exercise physiologist supervising that exercise 3 to 4 times a week for at least 45 minutes. They had a well-controlled diet plan for them. They were encouraged to do journaling. They were encouraged to support each other. They got behavioral intervention about how to manage cravings, how to manage hunger, how to say no to the big things, all those things. So how many of you would love to do a 26-week, fully supported plan for free? You have complete access to it, right? So this is what's important to recognize. Absolutely. And how can we give women access to those resources? You can pay me out of pocket. You can buy Danny's book. You can maybe do her and
With insurance.
With insurance. So I think that's where we need to do a better job of helping women figure out, yes, we know this, and then how do we absolutely do this in a way that protects our gut health and cardiovascular health and all these other factors too.
So clearly, we should have done this for a 2-hour session. Until the next time we do a double whammy on this one. But guys, they will be around if you have questions. Unfortunately, we have to finish here. So please thank our panel. And we're going to take about 15-minute break. Also, make sure you're shopping. Have you gone into the makeup room yet? The settings room, because there's great things to check out on the and go to the